Welcome to Satsang. You want to ask a question, you can raise your hands. You can read the question first.
Hello, Udita.
Hello.
The question today is, what is Satsang and how can I get the most benefit out of being here today?
Do nothing. If you can do that. It's a really difficult thing to do nothing because you gotta quiet the mind, and normally we're not used to the silence. Our mind is addicted to all the noises in the marketplace, so it's really difficult to sit in silence and do nothing. So it is best if you can rest and do nothing. That's why I ask you, come as you are. Do nothing. Don't have to repair anything. Just drop everything and sit. And if you sit in the silence long enough, you might find yourself as is, and you are the silence. And that is Satsang. Communion with truth. And truth is the silence and stillness. So it is best that you can just sit and do nothing. But if you cannot do it, it's okay. Just don't do anything about it. Come as you are. Next question.
How should I listen during Satsang?
You gotta listen as your whole being depends on it. Listen with your being, not listening with your ears, not listening to the words, not looking at me as a person. Try to listen with your whole being. Being to being is beingness, because we are just one beingness. So it's best if you can listen with your whole being and not trying to understand it, not trying to see, not trying to look for anything. Just look, just listen, but not listen to anything, not looking at anything. Can you just look and not looking for anything? Just look, just listen, not looking for anything. That's the best way to listen. That's how I listen to my master and all my awake teacher. I just listen. Visran, he said that tune into the Buddha field. But before I met Visran, I practiced this. I just listen and I just look. Even when I'm not being with any awake teacher, that's what I'm always doing. Just look, not looking at anything. Just listen, not listen to anything. And your senses, you can pass through your senses. You can pass through your ears. You can pass through your eyes. You can pass through your senses, your taste, everything. Just it's on. Everything is on. But you're not aiming to get anything, and it's a very beautiful way to listen.
I find that I will keep thinking while I'm listening, and that's it in the way.
That's true. That's what I'm talking about. So it is best that you can practice. Just listen. like you don't understand the word, like try listening to another language that you don't understand. Like if you're speaking Russian, you try listen to Vietnamese or Japanese, you don't understand anything. So you just pay attention to the sound of it, to the intonation, to the feeling. I really like it. Like when I was younger and studying English, I'm not trying to understand the meaning of the words. I rather just listen to the feeling, especially listening to the English songs, the music. And most of the time, people they struggling with, I don't understand anything. How can I enjoy it? But how can you not? The music is there to enjoy, and you just listening to the frequency of the music, of the musician behind it, not trying to understand anything, and it's very beautiful. And I developed that habits later when I'm fluent in English. I still listen that way. I really like it. I really enjoy it. And when I was reading too, I reading a book, and I can understand the words, the stories, but I would mark myself completing the book only when I completely forgot about it, completely forget everything. Like you're fully absorbed in the book and the content, and then you get rid of it. It's how you read without understanding anything. It's just so nice. And I think it's really helpful later when Vishran say developing the beginner's mind, and I already got that mind because when I was a kid I practiced that kind of reading, and then you understand and you try to not understand anything, you remove it. And it's very helpful when I was studying English, like trying to learn another language, and you understand and then you forgot it. Oh, it's amazing. And listening to music is very beautiful. And it's difficult if you try to understand your native language, but you learn another language. You have this kind of developing the beginner's mind is very helpful. So you're talking about it's very difficult to listen without thinking. So try to get back where you start learn your first words, like a baby. The baby have no idea. Like you're trying to assign the meaning to for example, you call this thing like a teacup, but like if you're a baby, you don't have that word, right? So just look at this, and this had no idea. This is yellow. This is the teacup. It is what is it? If you give a baby this, just what is? It's very simple, and that's how I look at the world. I've always trying to look at the world this way. Yeah. Like you're a baby, you don't have words. How you perceive things. So now you use your senses, your eyes, your ears, your taste, like a baby. It have no concept. I try to remove the words because the words, like attached with the meanings behind it. That's where we get stuck with thinking. So if you can just look like a baby with no words assigned to it, this how you stop thinking.
Next question. What is the best way to integrate or carry the stillness from satsang into my daily life after we finish?
Practice. But first you gotta develop the preference for the silence and stillness, because most people they addicted to the noises of the mind, and people find this kind of satisfaction when they can do more things. So how about do less things? I think that's smarter that way. Like if you have to do 10 things, now you just do 1 or 2 things. And you gotta be smart to still completing everything that you need to do, but you need to do like 1 or 2 things. So you need to find ways to do so. So you got smart. You gotta be smarter. Otherwise you cannot do it. Because if you want to find a way to get the silence and stillness, then you need to make it a goal. So my way to make it simple, make my life simple, rather than getting complicated. Actually, there's always ways to achieve things with like lesser step. But people, because they like to make it complicated to feel like they're important or they do more things. So how about doing less? And you need to find a way to achieve the same result with less amount of work. And I think that's actually get you smarter, more efficient. It's really helpful if you're working in the world. I got that kind of habit, make you more successful, because now you're doing less and you achieve the same result. So but it's a challenge. It's a challenge, but I really like it. Like make it a challenge. So like, how about normal people? They have to do 10 tasks to achieve the same result. How about 2, 1, less? Like Zen, it's very Zen. It's a very Zen practice. Zen is the how can I say, the minus, not adding more, but minus. You're reducing everything that you need to do. Make it simple, simple, simple. To get it closer to 0. So that's how you get like more into the silence. But first you need to love the silence. If you don't like silence, then you would never do this.
Next question. How can I stay peaceful when dealing with difficult everyday situations or people?
I don't think there's peace. You can only be peaceful if you die. Like that's why people say rest in peace. There's no peace. There's no peace. So I think if these spiritual people, they're looking for peace, going to spirituality, I think it's the wrong way to go. Because if you're really dealing with what's inside of you, there's no peaceful thing. It's like doing it's just nightmare after nightmare and nightmare. You're into peace, and I don't think this path is for you. Go somewhere else, right? I think the best way to have peace is to die. Very peaceful in the cemetery.
Thank you. That's all.
Okay. Thank you. But please. Okay. So we have Aaron.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello.
Nice
So
to
when
have
you were
you
talking,
here.
oh yeah, it's nice to be here. So when you were talking about listening and listening, like
Let go.
so yeah, I don't know what it is that brings me back to
Don't get back.
try.
Don't.
Yeah, it's
Don't do
like
it.
it's weird because it's nice, but something wants to.
It's really nice. Just stay there. Don't do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, it even feels like trying to come up with a question like takes me out of it.
Don't do anything that take you out this space. And this what we want. It's the silence.
Yeah. Cause so when we talk to Vishra, he's like he doesn't want us to just stare at him. So I'm like my mind starts to scramble. Like I need to say something. So
I know you're
I don't
feeling.
know.
I was trying to make up the question for him, but my mind just went blank, and I just trying to get back to the mind, but like it's not the way to go. Just practice let go. So like I got that pattern too when I was talking to him, because my mind got expanded in the Buddha field, and I dropped all the questions
Mm,
that I'm trying to get back. But then like we can see the pattern of trying to getting back and practice stop getting back. That's what I was practicing with Vishrant.
so
It's
you're
not about it's
practicing.
Yes, it's not about trying to get the question right. It's about practicing let go. So when you see that you're trying to get something, let go. That's the practice. It's the minus, not
Oh,
adding, removing it.
okay.
So yeah, so I was afraid that I need to say something to him, and that worries. I was trying to speak, but like when I was trying, then he would say like let go, and that's where I need to practice. That where we all need to practice let go, not trying to get it right, trying to talk. If you can talk, it's okay. If you can, just let go, because it's all about letting go. So we learn to surrender, and if we practice letting go long enough, it just naturally become surrender. And that's all we need to learn. I totally agree with Vishwan on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
and this is the
it's
space where you can let go easily, because the Buddha will expand your mind, and it
yeah.
will drop. Normally it's difficult to drop, because it's a default pattern to keep thinking, keep trying to do, and everyone around you probably doing the same thing, and it's difficult for you to practice that. So if you can come near someone with the silent, this is best to stay silent. I mean, of course, it's nice if you can speak with it, you can, and let go. It's the only thing that we need to learn: letting go, letting go, letting go, until getting back
Mm,
to zero.
yeah, I might. So then after you would leave Satsang, you wouldn't think of a question, or because you says to bring, because if not, I would just come in and I don't have anything. And I didn't want to speak to him and not have anything in front of me.
It's okay. Like I've been doing that all the time. You,
Yeah.
I came in front of him and go, ga. Sometimes I can, but sometimes I can't. And that's what we need to learn. Not about, like it's not an interview. We're not trying to make a podcast or anything like that. It's the place
Yeah.
where we practice letting go, and you gotta be okay to look like a fool. You
Yeah.
saw me doing that all the time, like most of the time, like 90% of the time.
Yeah, but those are the best times.
Yeah.
Because it enhances the field itself, like, I don't know. At least that was my feeling, and I think Vishwan said it. Um, yeah.
So how about now? How do you feel?
I mean, now I feel way lighter. It's like it is the same field. Like, it's not any different. And so, like, my
That's true.
mind recognizes it,
Mm.
and the same patterns are there to try to, like, come back.
So
But it's, like, way lighter. Yeah.
whenever you see the pattern that is trying to get back, you practice letting go.
Mm.
Yeah, that's how I practice with Vishrant for the last 2.5 years around that. Because I can see the pattern of the mind trying to get back. And then whenever you see it trying to get back, you let go. And it's create a new pattern in your mind. Whenever you see that it's trying to getting back, you develop a new pattern of letting go. And it's the only place you can practice with someone who got a Buddha feel, because it will expand your mind. And when the mind sees it is expanding, it got freak out, and it will try to come back, and it is where you can see that the pattern of trying to get back to the mind, and you practice letting go, and you create a new pattern of letting go. But you can see the mind trying to get back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a feeling to it too. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess my question too is, so once it was one of the earlier questions of, once you leave Satsang, how do you, if you even can, maintain that same, I guess that's trying to get a result,
Yeah.
the, the expansion, because, like, the mind goes back to its regular, patterns. The contrast is there to see, okay, this is what it's like when it's expanded, and this is what I come back to. Yeah.
It makes you desperate.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I don't know if that's a bad thing, but
It is, but it's a good thing too.
yeah.
Now you see the contrast, so you know what you want. You gotta make a decision. So if you don't see the contrast, if you don't have this kind of desperate to come back to the silence, then I mean, like most of people probably they don't like it. But the seeker, you're desperate to get into that space again, and that's why we're doing all this, to going back to that space where silence and stillness and your mind being free. That's why we're doing this. So I think it's a good thing to have this kind of desperation, and you that's what makes that's you need to do a lot of things to get back because you're so desperate for it, and it's just a matter of practice. And I understand it's difficult because if we keep looking for that space, then it's create, how can I say, it's dissatisfied, but it just keep it as motivation. And the thing that we need to do is to practice that work. Like you like the silence, and you need to practice the silence. And I just mentioned earlier, make your life simple. Like you like the silence, and you need to going back to the zero, not adding more. A lot of things you need to reorganize your life. That's what I've done with my life. I remove everything that is complicated and make it very simple. And I have to force myself to look at life in a certain way. I have to stay present with my life. I was very extreme, no? I even designed my house, like make it difficult. So I have to stay present. For example, like if it's the kitchen, I would raise the bar a little bit higher. So I need to take a chair out, and I need to step on the chair to take something. In that way, I have to stay present. I won't make it easy. I won't make it easy. And for another thing is that there's a rule in my house that the dining table is always empty. It means you have to clean up everything. It's clean, nothing on the counter. You have to remove everything. Like after you finish cooking, you have to remove everything, nothing on the counter. So it's become a habit. I used to stay in the monastery. I was a monastic for a while, so that's that kind of practice that we got in the monastery, a very Zen way of living. And when you walk, you have to stay present. That's walking meditation that Vishwan was talking about. But in the way that I design my life, everything is like you have to design to make it so. Otherwise, we don't do it. This is the discipline. But if you can design your life in a certain ways, it would be helpful. And when I make that rules, like everyone in my household or people who living with me, they have to do that, and it's helping everyone. And actually, it's really nice to live that way. Like everything is but it's not about cleanliness or tidy. I'm not obsessed with that. I'm okay with people not doing that. But this is my practice, just to stay present. And just to make everything simple, like it's everything reducing to zero, getting back to the zero, not just like in the mind, but like for me, is I design my life, the external situation in such a way, getting back to zero, very simple. If I have to do 10 things, now I do 1 or 2 things, that's it. But like the result is still, I aim for the same level of result, but like doing less things. Yeah, less is more, that's true, I totally agree with that. And a lot of other practice you can, like people have this kind of, what is it, living, I don't remember the word, but like minimalism, something like that, very popular Japanese lifestyle, and we can apply to the modern world. Don't have to be like extreme in the monastery, but I find it's really helpful for me. I design my like even when I'm traveling right now, like whenever I go to the new place, I would set up my place like that. Everything. It's very meticulous, but it's like you design environment around you in such a way that you have to stay present, and everything is simple. Make everything less, and I really make an effort into design my environment like that. Removing the people that make things complicated too. I would remove those people. I'm not avoiding them, but I'm not gonna like involve them into or people into dramas. And no, this is a very Zen principle. It's reducing everything, so it's simple. Yeah, I accept people the way they are, but I'm not going to involve into anything that make me like away from zero. I would listen, but I don't not supporting their stories. Like, because I got this practice I discussed earlier. I can listen, but the words just going through me. I can look, but I don't see anything. That's the kind of looking at zero too. And it's become a habit. When you're looking at things, you listen to, you just listen. You not listen to anything. You just listen. You just look. And in that way, like, how can I say, it's purifying your senses. And even the information going into my eyes or my ear, I make it simple too. I'm not going to involve into things that make my mind noises. Like the kind of, like now, like the social media and on the news, I would be, back now I'm okay, but back then when I starting the practice, the Zen, I would completely, like ignoring or avoiding those that make, like the energy. You gotta keep it sattvic, and you need to. I treat those things as food. I don't take the toxic, the poisonous food into my field of energy. I keep myself very clean in that way. Like the people that you involving, the food that you take, the thing that you look at, the news that you read today, the music that you're listening, the everything. Even in your house, if you're very attentive, then the energy around you is very sattvic too. But if it's like untidy and people are not paying attention to the space that they live in, there's different kind of energy, and I would be very how can I say, conscious about that, aware of everything, very meticulous, design everything that I'm in touch with in such a way that it makes my life simple and sattvic. That's my aim. And even I'm traveling, I'm doing that. It's difficult, especially if you're traveling now. I have to how can I say, make it like even more difficult. If you're staying at home, then you can design it's easier for you. But for the last 10 years, I was traveling nonstop. But it's really good for me to practice and changing environment. But immediately you went to a new place, and like sometimes I stay for 3 days, but the principle is the same. I need to design my space like that, my place, every meticulous thing like that. It's a home
Yeah, that's
project.
something I need to work on.
Yeah, but it's really nice.
Yeah.
It's like making yourself a nice environment, and only then and you can. It's make it easier, and I think not a lot of people talking about this, but in my direct experience, I think it's really set me apart from my fellow seekers. Like I mean, like back then in the monastery, and I've been to different groups, and I don't see people talking about this, but I'm very meticulous about this. This is Zen practice, and it's very, like a Japanese way doing all this very meticulous thing, but it's really helpful. And we have a concept called kaizen in the how can I say, manufacturing. In the factory we have a concept called kaizen. It's the Zen, but like you want to move to change, you have two kind of change, like disruptive change, right? Something happened, it changed everything. It's like explosion. But the Kaizen approach is different. Like you change little things, like every day, little things. And if it's accumulated enough, and it will change. And the disruptive things, like it's really rare, like the invention of internet. I'm not talking about that. If you're lucky, you can do something like that. But for most people, I think the Kaizen is everyone can do that. Like I design my life in such a way that's supporting me, going for silence, going to like sattvic energy. So I need to design my life, and every step adding into that. And one day it just sattvic. Yeah, it changed, but like there's a shift of consciousness. But if you just how can I say, it's like collecting the pebbles every day. You put a little bit there and there and there, and one day it just become a pattern, and suddenly you got shift. And that's happened to me a lot because of a certain good habit. and it's really supporting me on the way to higher consciousness. And not a lot of people talking about this, and because they need to make a lot of effort into making it so. But I think it's really good to develop this kind of habit. Like I was talking about, like Vishwan talking about how to get a beginner's mind. But I've been practicing this by, like I was talking about, can you read without understanding the words? Can you look, just looking, not looking at anything? Can you listen, just listen, not understanding anything? And all these things, it adding into develop a beginner's mind. If you're just saying like you need to develop a beginner's mind, but how can you do it? Of course you need to undo a lot of things, but beside that, I was practicing on this little thing, and every day if you because the whole day you listen to a lot of things, right? You're looking to everything, but if you can, like aware of the way that you look, the way that you listening, the way you perceive the world, and you make it into such a way that I want to have the beginner's mind. But everything around you, like 5 senses, if you develop, like beginner's mind using your 5 senses at the same time, then now it's really powerful. You're aware of the surroundings through your 5 senses, everything coming into you, and you want it to be pure. It means that you have a beginner's mind. Now it means like you practicing with your body. And now when Vishwan told me that like you need to have beginner's mind, it's really easy for me, because all my body was made in such a way that can receive his teaching perfectly. It's so aligned with it. But the body is, like it was practiced with the body first. So whenever he asked me to do something, there's a certain kind of integrity between the body and the mind and the spirit. It's very easy to do that. Like now if he say like you need to have the beginner's mind, but your body don't know how to do this, right? Now it's just on the mind level. But if you don't know how to do it, so the how can I say, the body level, and it's difficult, the mind will struggle to understand. Now it's going to understanding, but because I practice on the body level every day, it's a habit. It's easy for me. The mind, I ask the mind, now you have to do the beginner's mind, so there's an alignment with the mind and the body. It's every senses know how to do it.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that sounds the same as present moment awareness, right?
exactly,
That's
exactly.
okay.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah, it's
talking
just,
about something like very meticulous, like present moment awareness. Like you practice like walking meditation, right? But if you practice like with all your senses, I'm talking about like, because your senses, like your eyes, your ears, in touch with the world every day, the whole day, all the time, right? So if you
yeah.
put it if you make it a goal that I want to have this kind of pure, I want to be pure in all 5 senses. It's like Buddhism things. They have this kind of purifying your senses. It's the same as the present moment awareness, but I've been practicing this, like I need to be pure. I listen without understanding, looking, just looking. Like you have a filter, so your mind cannot interfere, because it's different. It's different between the mind and the body. It's very different. Like you see things, right? It's very pure. It's cognitive. It's going to your cognitive mind, but then your mind trying to assign meaning for what you're seeing. It's where the mind coming in, like interfere here. So it can, you stop right here. You're just seeing, and you stop the next process. The next process, the mind trying to interpret what it's seeing, right? Like you have a camera on your phone. It doesn't understand anything. It's just receiving information. It's very pure. That's it. But then our mind will process it. What does it mean? And now that's where we stuck. We keep thinking about it. But can we just practice this? It's just looking, like the camera, like the light hitting my eyes, and that's it. Stop the next process. So this is how I develop the beginner's mind. But I practice with all my senses. Like how I feel, like for example, like present moment awareness, like you're aware of everything around you. But like most of people, they don't know how how to do it, or what does it mean, like what how I aware everything around you, then they would think that like what they think about it. It's very difficult to make them understand that it's not what you think about it. They thought that they stay present, but they're not. So my how can I say, my benchmark to help people to understand, it's not what you think about it, because now I understand that like whenever like Visran or other teachers say like you need to be aware of what is real or what is around you. Most of people in our age, like this modern age, they don't understand that. They thought that like I'm aware of it, I'm thinking about it. They don't understand what the awake teacher is talking about. So they misunderstand that what they're thinking as aware. Yeah,
It's
there's a
like it's like a snapshot. They get like a
yeah,
snapshot and they hold that snapshot,
yes.
and then I'm aware of it.
That's not I am aware of it. You see, you already capture it. Like I am aware of
Right.
it. Yes, that's where the ego coming in. So how can you stop at like the light hitting your eyes and just capture that information as raw information, nothing else. Not I am aware of it. So there's a misunderstanding. It's very common now. Like when people are talking, I'm aware of it. No, they're thinking about it. They're already going to thinking, and I think it's a big mistake. I saw many people they're talking about that, but they totally got it wrong. They don't understand what the teacher is talking about and saying present, and they think that yeah, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking about it, but they already thinking about it. Like I am aware of it. You already put yourself there, and you're not actually aware of it anymore. So I'm bringing
Yes.
it back to the level that can you just look, not looking at anything, very pure, like a baby. Can you perceive the world like a baby? Nothing in the mind. Like you just like a rock. You sit like a rock, and like the light hitting your, that's it. It's like that. You can feel it, and you're totally open to feel everything, but you're you're not saying anything about like I am aware of it. This is thinking. This is not stay present. And this is where I see a lot of people they mistake it for present moment awareness, but it's not. They're actually thinking about it. And because it's so difficult, I didn't know that people thinking about it, because I'm always been like this. I'm always like this like my whole life. So I don't know that people thinking when they're talking, when I'm talking to them, when I was talking to people, like you need to stay aware of what is real, and what is real is like you stay present of this. When you look, you just look. When you listen, you just listen. And most people they have a totally different filters in their senses, and how they perceive the world is totally distorted through the interpretation of their mind. So it's not pure anymore, and it's not staying present. It's not staying present. They already thinking about it, and because they're so used to it, the pattern of thinking at school and everything, you need to understand it. You need to interpret it. So it's like that for them their whole life. So they don't get it when they come to a meditation teachers and tell them that you need to stay aware. And no, they say that I am aware of it. No, you're not aware of it. You're thinking about it. You're not aware of anything. If you're aware of this, then your mind is really pure, no concept. Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna take what you've mentioned here, because even as you're talking about it and I'm going into it, I see the shift in how I'm experiencing. And the hardest thing is the whole letting go of like constantly grinding my mind to figure it out, or like, oh, we got like, even now, like, oh, we got something from Udita, let's take that in later. Like even that.
How about not trying to get anything, just letting go? I'm just entertaining you. Just you don't do
I know.
anything. Just let go. What's happening in your mind right now?
It's 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 trying, and but like I can't even yeah, it's just not like functioning
No,
normally.
let go.
Yeah,
Let go. Okay.
yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Aaron. So nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Volusia, I'm talking to Volusia right now.
Hello.
Hello, sweetheart.
Hello, my dear. So beautiful to see you.
So beautiful to see you.
I was on your satsang on Vietnamese language a year ago or a little bit more. You were talking now about listening like it's different language. Oh my fucking God. I was describing it to my daughter this morning, was telling her about that satsang. I understood nothing of those like 2 hours, just regularly Vishrant, 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 Vishrant. It was very beautiful. I was so much lost because no one word was common for me, and just the Buddha field, which is really the same, and it is wow, so beautiful. I just relaxed and enjoyed, and
It's
it's
so
so
good that we
different.
can speak English now.
Yeah.
But it was so nice for you to listen the Satsang in Vietnamese. So relaxing to your mind. You don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
Just let go.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now it's
Absolutely.
something that you understand, that your mind trying to get it. It's difficult now. The English language you
Yeah.
understand.
And it's very beautiful what you're speaking about. Another angle, probably, another angle of view. So cool that this Buddha field is so recognizable. It's absolutely the same. Thank you for doing all this work on yourself. Thank you so much.
Better thank Vishram for pushing me doing this. Otherwise,
Oh yeah.
it's so difficult to do this. But it's so beautiful to sit with you guys, and actually, it's helping me a lot. Otherwise, I just sit and do nothing.
Yeah.
It's really nice to share this space with people, because I'm so grateful for my teachers who holding the space for me, because it's the first time ever, only in the presence of someone who awake, and I experience the satori, and it's so beautiful. It's keep me coming back, and I give up everything just to going back to this space. Without them, without the presence of my awake teachers, I can never imagine that it is possible for a human being to experience this. It's impossible, and it was an accident for me. I just passing by a temple, and probably someone who was awake living there, and it's just I was so innocent. I didn't have any knowledge about spirituality. Just totally accident, and then wow, it's happening to me, and wow, I keep so desperate trying to like find every way to get that feeling again.
It was how your spiritual journey started.
Yes, when I was 24, and I was working as a financial analyst in India. So interesting, I chose India over Hong Kong or Boston at the time, because I didn't know what India was. they was famous for rape at the time, so it was scary. But wow, it's so interesting because Hong Kong, Boston is so boring. Like for sure, I can succeed there easily. But India, wow, it's so interesting. Let's go there. An adventure. No, it's amazing too. It's amazing adventure, and I really like that. Like quality of the younger me, and I'm so grateful for that person at that time to make that decision. Otherwise, it's this not gonna happen today. And yeah, when I was working there, and maybe like a few months after, like my started work in India, and I just passing by that Shiva temple, and I can feel this energy, and I didn't know what's going on. And that night, suddenly, I experienced myself as the universe, and every particle is being loved. It's just so beautiful. When I was younger, I read a novel. I don't remember the name. 100 Years of Solitude, something like that. Classics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a scene. That's the son of the priest, who had an affair with a woman, and they had a son. And later the son, he became a priest too, the Catholic priest, and he was under his father without knowing that that's the father. And he's very pure, and he's very beautiful young priest. And then like when he was outside and he saw someone drowning, and he sacrificed his life. He jumping into the river or the ocean to saving the child who was drowning. And the moment that he was dying, he feel like there's an arrow, like coming to his heart, and he's giving up his life to God, into love. And it's so beautiful, and they describe that moment, like he's giving everything for love and giving everything for God, and God taking him into the embrace of God. And wow, I was maybe like 13 around that, where it was, it's so beautiful. I want to be like that too. And when my first surgery happened, exactly like that. It's like when the beingness at that time, I didn't know what it is, but it's hitting me. It was hitting me, and wow, and I'm giving myself to God, to love, and I become the universe. I become God, and I become the universe, and every particle of the universe being loved, because the love for God, for truth is so beautiful. I'm willing to giving my life. Exactly like what I described in that novel. It's amazing. It's so beautiful. And I was 24 at the time, and when I experienced that, wow, this is exactly what happened to that priest in the novel. I want that. And I give up my career at the time. I'm about to have my first $1 million at the time. 2 more months, and I would get a couple of million. It's coming. And I'm so happy it happened, and I don't have to take that burden. I know it's coming. Like I have to, how can I say, like every lifetime it's like that. I will build an empire, and I give up my empire to be a monk. Always like that, every lifetime. But this life, I was praying, I hope something happened that I don't have to become an emperor anymore. Please stop me. God, please stop me. I don't want to do this anymore. And I know it's coming. Like $1 million coming, $1.6 million. At the time, I was 24. 2 more months, I would get that. And then this surgery happened. And thanks God. It happened. It stopped me from pursuing the material world. And I'm so grateful that I don't have to go through what Vishran, he needs to build an empire, and he give up, and then like walking across Australia, something like that. I'm so grateful I don't have to do that. It's amazing because it's happened to me. It's happened to me. The first surgery, it's happened, and wow, and this is it. This more than anything that I ever had. And I want this, yeah. And then I keep looking for it. And after 10 years, I, through a lot of practice, and I was reading the self-inquiry book written by Ramana Maharshi. And after 10 years, the first time ever, I found the space again. And I went to the space, I went to the place where Ramana Maharshi woke up, the Arunachala in India. And I read his book there, and the energy is exactly the same as Vishwan. It's blowing my mind. And I met a few awake teachers, but I think Vishwan is the most similar to Ramana Maharshi. And he's the one that can, like give me an instruction that can help me to find that space again. And when I met Vishwan, exactly the same. And thanks God, I found a living Ramana Maharshi. It's so cool, and it's full of love, and I want that. Every particle of the universe being love. Never, I never in this lifetime I heard any teachers describe the enlightenment that way. And I myself, I experienced, like when I was doing self-inquiry, I experienced myself as the universe, but this lacking of the love. So that's where I got stuck. So I need to find another teacher to help me to find every particle of universe being love. So it took me another 2 years to find Vishwan from the time that I can do self-inquiry and find myself as a beingness, but not love. It's the lacking of love here. So I wait for another 2 years until I meet Vishwan. I said, yes, this is the one. He feels exactly my first Satori. So when he asked me to hold satsang, and I know that it's exactly what I wanted. Every particle of the universe being love is beautiful, and this is where I surrender my life for God, for truth, like that priest in the novel. It's so beautiful, just so beautiful. I'm willing to give my life. Without love, it's very difficult, and it's not that beautiful too. So like it requires greater surrender to like giving your life to love. In my experience, like I can self-inquire and find myself at the universe as truth, but it's require great surrender to find yourself as love. It means you have to put yourself there for other people, and it's very uncomfortable. Especially after, like, for my journey, it took me 10 years to find the space again, and like it's a long journey, and finally you're at home, and I'm so comfortable at home. And now this round asking me, no, you have to get out there and do the shit collecting, and no, I don't want to do this. But yeah, it's worth it. I know that this is worth it. It's the most beautiful thing. But like it's a long journey, and you just want to rest at home. And then there's something that I still want, that love. So that's why I'm doing this. And like most of the time, I just like to sit alone and like having tea, and it's really nice. But sitting with you guys here today is very beautiful. A lot of flowers, gardens, a whole garden full of flowers. It's so beautiful, and it's so beautiful that I want to share it with people now. Sitting alone, like it's nice, but yeah, lacking a little bit of flowers. You're so beautiful. The most beautiful Russian flower I ever seen. So it's really nice to have you here.
Thank you. So great to be here. I was waiting for you starting teaching very much during all this time since the previous satsang, previous spring, I think, or even winter.
How's your
And Vishwan was
experience? How's your experience? The difference from this year and the last year you listened to me in Vietnamese. How do you feel
it's just
right now?
difference. Previous time we didn't have almost any interaction with you. No conversation. You were talking to people offline who was sitting near you and speaking Vietnamese, and I just relaxed and sink into the Buddha field. It was so beautiful, so I don't know, so joyful, something like that. Yeah, it's
How do you
very
feel
cool to
right
talk to
now?
you.
How do you feel right now?
I think it's the same. Yeah, it's just including the talk, the conversation. It's very beautiful. I had a big, many years before well, it was very easy for me to find silence and to do the step deeper. It was not to beingness. It was not satori, but it was something more than just silence. I don't know how to explain it, but many things happened. I think many things changed, and now I'm just in the beginning again, like 25 years ago. I'm very grateful for the satsang you started, and I also follow Tosh meditation 3 times a week. I know it's my fucking chance to change my life, and I can say I'm quite successful in meditation, but I know that just discipline, like you say, you do some small things every day, and once it will work. Yeah, I have the same attitude. Once it will work, I don't give up.
Yeah, but how about not counting your effort? You just say 25
What?
years, not counting your effort.
I just remember when it started. That's all.
Don't do it. It's
It
like measuring.
started. Yeah.
You just do, and you don't count your effort. You discount your effort.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people, they say like,
Okay.
I've been on this like for how long, and there's a kind of tiredness in this when you're looking back at what you've been through, and it's very tiring. And how about just this moment, this meditation? There's only this moment. Don't looking back. Whatever you've done is already done. It's in the past. You don't need to count your efforts. Just let go of that. No matter what's wrong or right, doesn't work, doesn't matter anymore. There's only this moment, and you're doing this because you enjoy doing this right now. Nothing else. If you're looking back into the past, how can I say, hanging on to the past and counting your efforts, what I've done for how long, doesn't matter. Whatever you've done in the past make you who you are right now, and you have everything here. It's sufficient. You got everything that you need right now. And I got this approach my whole life. Like, I don't count my past life, like cultivation or whatsoever. I don't care, because like whatever you've done in the past is accumulated right here, right now. You got everything here. That's why I'm not entertaining the story about the karma of the past. I don't care about the karma of the past, because it's here. Whatever I've done in the past is here, 100% here. So I'm just saying here, 100% present with what is right now. And I don't care about the past. Like, whatever I've done is done. And I'm doing this because I want to do this. I'm not doing this because looking for a desirable outcome in the future. I'm just doing this because I enjoy doing this. That's my approach. Bring me back to the it's very interesting story. When I first started, and when I first became a monastic, and I renounced my worldly life, and my cousin, he's like into spirituality, but he's like half-assed spiritual. So when he's like, and in Vietnam or in Asia in general, like we have this like prejudice against women, and in the Buddhist culture, there's a lot of scripture texts. They say that as a woman you cannot enlighten, which is bullshit. And when I started my journey, I became a nun, and he told me that, that in the scripture they say that a woman cannot enlighten. Why are you doing this? And I told him that like, I wish you can do whatever you want without telling me not doing what I want, because he's just like, bitter about me doing what I want, and he wants to do the same thing, but he didn't get a gut to do so. And And it's about this kind of mindset that you're doing this because you want something. But when I answer him that I'm doing this not because I want enlightenment, I'm not arguing with him that a woman can enlighten or not. I don't really know. Let me see if I can do it. But I'm not doing this because I want to become. What enlightenment is, I don't know. And I'm not chasing enlightenment since the beginning. I don't know what enlightenment is. And I never discuss enlightenment. It's useless to discuss enlightenment. When you get there, you will know. So that's why when I experience Satori, find myself as beingness after 10 years, I don't know what it is and I don't really care. But who cares? If I got this, I already got this. Why do I need to know about that? I don't care. I'm doing this only because I want to do this. And I don't want to do this to get something. No. But of course, I have a roadmap where I follow the success example of the people that I want to become, because the way they carry grace, or like Ramana Maharshi, like Vishran, I want to be like that. So I follow their footsteps and I follow the instruction and I do that. That's it. I don't care when I will become this or that. I don't really care. I just do it. And when I feel good. And when I met Vishran, so this is enlightenment. Only then I know, so this is enlightenment. So when he said, this is Satori, so I know, so what I experienced is Satori. And so I never got trapped in the drama of, like ranking higher or lower in the spirituality. I don't care. I do this because it feels good. And I like to become like those men. I like these people. They look really cool. I want to be like that. That's it. They look free. And it's really, like a child. You asking a child, like, when you grow up, what you want to become, and I will answer, I want to become like Vishran. So I follow his teaching because I want to be like him. Very simple. It's very pure. And you don't need to look back at, like, I've been through this and how long, how many lifetimes, I don't know. How about just enjoying whatever you're doing because you like doing this, not looking for the outcome of it, not looking for the result. The same as I was mentioned earlier, you just look without looking at anything. You just listen, not listening to anything. The same, whatever you do, you just do, not looking for anything. You just do it. That's very meditative to me. And I design my life such a way, everything is like that. I do it because I do it, not because of anything. It's just I feel like doing so. And whenever I do something 100%, because it's this kind of attitude. I want to do this, so I do this, not because of anything, not looking for anything. Just feel like so. So you can, if you practice this, and then your life would be very spontaneous and how can I say, it's carefree, like a child. It's carefree. You're doing this. It's really nice. And no burdens. It's like when you're listening to me in Vietnamese, it's so free. You don't have to understand anything. There's no obligation to do anything, to understand anything. I'm not asking you to do anything. That's it. How about doing yourself a favor, not asking you to do anything. Just enjoy your life. Just be.
Yeah. It's what I'm learning lately. Yeah.
We're running out of time, Volusia. I will say hi to Abai before we have to end this satsang. Hello, Abai.
Hi, Udita.
Hello.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
How's India today? We
I
got the
can't
whole
talk
world.
about the holiday. Sorry.
No. Go ahead.
Bangalore, the city where I am, is wonderful. I think you
Yes.
will love this place. It's
That's
very crowded,
yeah.
but wonderful
I
weather.
love Bangalore. Bangalore is the place that I got my first spiritual books, and it's from Osho.
Oh yeah, you
I
told
didn't
me about
know who Osho is. I went to a bookstore and everything is Osho. I thought it's a brand, I didn't know it's a name.
that. That's why you got introduced.
Yes, I thought it's a brand like Louis Vuitton or something like that. It's because the whole aisle, every book is all show and they're so lining up. So I thought it's a brand. It's so interesting. So cool.
Oh, wow.
I love Bangalore.
If you ever visit again, please let me know. I would
I
love to
will let
host
you
you.
know. I will let you know. I need to go now, but thank you for coming. We're running out of
Thank you.
time now.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for satsang.